In our world, sources of incredible wonders can be both natural phenomena and man-made creations. You never truly know if you'll witness something indescribable when you head out early in the morning for school or work. And how lucky our generation is to always have a camera at hand to capture the most amazing moments. Today, I will show you some rare and astonishing natural phenomena from all corners of our planet. Enjoy watching. Mount Etna often entertains tourists by releasing smoke rings into the atmosphere during good weather. Very few volcanoes can perform this trick as it requires a perfectly round crater and calm weather conditions. In New Zealand, there is a place known as the Glowworm Cave, home to tiny bioluminescent insects that transform its depths into an otherworldly landscape. Many years ago, a carbon dioxide leak occurred in this area, but it was quickly covered with stones. Time passed, and now the gas pathway has reopened, but people decided to use the old method again and sealed the hole for a few more years. Even from a distance, lava flows appear incredibly dangerous, but what's even scarier is how impossible they are to stop. Ocean shores are often blanketed in sea foam. In most cases, this is a natural phenomenon, though sometimes it can be a sign of serious ecological issues in the area. This guy just wanted to shoot a beautiful video, but ended up capturing the epic moment lightning struck the Eiffel Tower. The appearance of rainbow clouds is an extremely rare phenomenon that occurs only under specific conditions, often signaling an impending sharp change in weather. It's fascinating to wonder what caused these frosty donuts to form in the bay, but they look simply stunning. During seasonal rains, this part of the forest regularly floods, creating, albeit briefly, stunning underwater landscapes that attract divers from all over the world. This phenomenon is called the finger of death and is only possible under extreme cold conditions. Once the tip of this icy finger touches the seabed, everything freezes instantly and dies. It's curious what exactly attracts these deer to the lawns on this street, but the result is clear. They found the perfect spot to relax. This flood picked the worst possible moment to occur. Just a bit more and it would have swept several cars and their drivers right off the bridge. This small but remarkably resilient tree still stands alone in the middle of an extremely salty lake. Its incredible will to survive is admirable, though it has most likely long since perished and become so saturated with salt that it can no longer decompose. This is the danger of landslides that happen after heavy rains. Entire layers of earth slide down the mountains, threatening to destroy everything in their path. In the heart of the desert, people discovered a new deposit of black gold, also known as oil. What's particularly pleasing is that the local ecosystem will suffer minimal harm as there's virtually no vegetation or water in the area. The absurd bravery of this cameraman is nothing short of admirable. Upon seeing a sand tornado in the middle of the desert, instead of seeking shelter, he ran straight toward the phenomenon to capture it up close. To form icicles like these directly in water requires very specific weather conditions, making them incredibly rare. Although at first glance, this ice looks ordinary, stepping on it is extremely dangerous as it's incredibly fragile. The astonishing fearlessness of these two cameramen deserves endless applause. To capture such breathtaking footage, they climbed a mountain whose peak stands above the cloud line, filming otherworldly scenes of stunning beauty. The feeding method of the sea cucumber species is impressive. With such an approach, this invertebrate certainly won't go hungry. This mud volcano in Taiwan has erupted more than once, but with each occurrence, its eruptions become more epic. Judging by the flames bursting from underground, there is a gas source below, making it quite dangerous to live near such a natural phenomenon. The cameraman was incredibly lucky to witness an interesting atmospheric phenomenon that made a light palm branch appear to float in mid-air. From another perspective, it looks like a wizard from the Harry Potter series lost their broom, adding a unique charm to this video.
I've seen some really creepy stuff, but nothing like this. Floating right in the middle of the air.
The girls who decided to take beautiful photos against the backdrop of the mountain never expected they had chosen one of the best moments for shooting, as a stunningly picturesque avalanche descended from the mountain right at that time. A white rainbow around the sun results from rather rare atmospheric conditions. And the intertwining of several halos at once is an even more unique phenomenon, making this Zimbabwean cameraman incredibly lucky. Apparently, whales also enjoy admiring rainbows, which is why they often blow water spouts directly into the sunlight, creating this optical phenomenon. This geological formation is called richet, but it's more commonly known as the Eye of the Desert. How and why this natural wonder formed remains a mystery. Its size and shape are undoubtedly impressive. Scientists once believed richet was a collapsed volcano, but as technology advanced, this theory was dismissed due to the lack of volcanic traces in the surrounding rock. Our planet is home to quite a few carnivorous plants, but the Titan arum stands out among them all. It's not only its impressive size, reaching about 3 meters in height and 1.5 meters in width, that astonishes people. Its most striking feature is the overwhelming smell of rotten fish and eggs it emits. For a long time, oil was extracted in this mountainous area and, naturally, some of it seeped into the nearby soil. The slightest physical impact can ignite a flame, which could be incredibly dangerous at the wrong moment.
Oh my God, it's hot. Woo.
The updraft from this waterfall is so powerful that it can easily keep small objects like sticks or branches suspended in the air and even lift them upward. Tourists who came to see the iceberg had their efforts fully rewarded when a large chunk broke off right before their eyes, creating a massive wave. The appearance of air bubbles beneath the ice signals the imminent melting of the ice cover and the return of the stream to its original state. These salt pearls are commonly found along the shores of the Dead Sea. In fact, the beaches are littered with them, but their abundance doesn't make these little spheres any less fascinating. On sunny days, geysers like these turn into breathtaking spectacles, although to be honest, they're impressive at any time. These fish were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Only a miracle and quick thinking saved these cave explorers when water suddenly rushed in. In such situations, the key is to stay calm and act as fast as possible. A rainbow, lightning, and a magical sunset. This cameraman really hit the natural phenomenon jackpot. When sudden cold snaps follow rainstorms, they can create phenomena like this. Sometimes, storm clouds can play cruel tricks on people, creating the illusion of an approaching tsunami. It looks terrifying, but luckily it's harmless. Our planet doesn't have many sulfur lakes, and each of them is a priceless treasure, not only for the substances they hold. At night, they transform into eerie yet captivating places, but getting too close can be deadly. The winds in this region are so strong that they can rip trees from the ground along with their roots. This surfer was truly born under a lucky star. Not only did he survive an encounter with a shark, but it even decided against attacking him. Apparently, it just wasn't that hungry. Just look at how much pollen these workers are shaking off the trees. One can only hope the drivers of this heavy machinery aren't allergic to it. The scientific name of this deep-sea creature is Cyanea capillata, but it's often called the lion's mane jellyfish because of its countless tentacles resembling a mane. It's one of the largest and most beautiful jellyfish species, blooming magnificently underwater. This cocoon looks genuinely terrifying. It's hard to imagine what creature currently calls it home. This place is located in Ethiopia at the lowest point on the planet. It constantly experiences high temperatures, houses an extinct lava lake, and boasts many colorful thermal springs that look absolutely otherworldly. Sometimes, flocks of birds form incredibly frightening shapes in the sky. This tiny Pacific beach is so secluded and barely noticeable that hardly anyone knew about its existence for a long time. However, it's now a popular tourist spot, guaranteeing unique photos and unforgettable experiences. For a brief moment, this mountain acted as a natural lightning rod, absorbing multiple strikes. It looked incredibly epic and beautiful. While exploring a freshwater lake, divers discovered another source deep below that contained salt water. Because of the layer of hydrogen sulfide, it looked like a place from another planet. During a volcanic eruption, lava carved a path through the crater walls and began pouring directly into the water near these people. Although this redirection helped contain the eruption, it's still highly dangerous to breathe in the steam rising from the water, as it contains harmful substances. During harsh frosts and under rare winter light, one might witness these so-called sun pillars. This unique natural phenomenon creates a beautiful optical illusion, though it has no other effects. But what a sight it is! Though a locust plague may not sound as terrifying as other biblical disasters, in reality it looks exactly like this. Now tell me, would you really not be scared standing in the middle of a raging ocean of insects? Sometimes, security cameras capture truly astonishing footage, like here, where the collapse of a swimming pool instantly flooded an underground garage. The owners of this property were surely devastated by this unfortunate incident. What an interesting form of entertainment these people have found. To create ice discs like these on a river, numerous conditions need to align, something that rarely happens. But sometimes nature delivers, and just look at how captivating ice fishing becomes on such a floating disc with a panoramic view. This isn't discarded trash, but a living creature known as a pyrosome. Technically, it's made up of hundreds of thousands of tiny colonial organisms that form this shape for survival. This unusual object was captured in Hawaii during stargazing. Initially mistaken for a meteorite, it soon revealed its true nature when it began forming strange figures out of pure light. When lightning struck power lines in a large Chinese city, it caused a true firestorm. It looked both stunning and incredibly dangerous. In the freshwater rivers of the Amazon, you can encounter creatures like manatees. However, be cautious when approaching them. They aren't too welcoming to guests on their territory and will try to chase you off in this unusual way. The origin of the Devil's Tower remains a subject of scientific debate, but one thing is certain: it's a truly unique natural wonder. This girl found perhaps the best use for the relentless icy winds of the fjord. The stone waves in this cave owe their existence to the malleable sandstone and heavy rains that polished its walls to perfection. It's a breathtaking sight that requires effort to reach. It seems this diver became the true leader of the fish school. He probably felt like Aquaman or even Poseidon at that moment. Looking at these icy spheres, one can't help but wonder, who in the ocean loves playing snowball fights this much? To create such fascinating waves, it's not enough for opposing currents to meet. The specific location of their intersection matters too. Only with a textured seabed can such a natural wonder form. Stepping outside in such weather when a locust swarm descends on the city is a real test of endurance. Farmers have it even worse, as these insects can wipe out all vegetation in just a few hours. It's not every day you can witness birds migrating to warmer regions, but this driver managed to film a massive flock flying right overhead. Don't worry, these deer are perfectly fine. They're simply protecting the young ones in the herd by instinctively forming a circle around them. Glowing plankton in the tidal waves turns this beach into a magical place where it seems like anything is possible. The seals on this beach are basking in the sun, fully enjoying their lazy day. It's hard not to envy their carefree lives. It's often hard to capture the exact moment where night meets day, but this person on a boat managed to film that magical instant. No one expected disaster when one of the dam's gates collapsed. The sheer force of the escaping water is terrifying to imagine. Hopefully, there were no settlements in its path. This poor stork had a hard time standing up on the ice, but the important thing is that it's okay. If you ever visit a waterfall and notice faint flickers of flame dancing under the relentless water streams, know this: it's an incredibly rare natural phenomenon, so don't miss the chance to see it. Have you ever seen a crab molt? If not, here's your unique chance. But it's curious, does the crab feel any pain while shedding its old shell, or is the process painless? Bioluminescence is quite common among forest mushrooms, but the way the forest looks in the faint glow of its own vegetation is absolutely mesmerizing. For the first time, this mud volcano erupted with such force that it completely flooded the pastures where local livestock grazed. Thankfully, no one lives near this underground monster. This cave is known for its so-called eyes of God, openings resembling eye sockets through which the sky is visible. At different times of the day, these eyes change their appearance but always leave a powerful impression. Seeing such a contrasting sky in real life is incredibly thrilling. However, wonders like these rarely last long, but thanks to videos and photos, these memorable moments can be captured forever. This underwater cameraman was fortunate enough to capture the moment he encountered two humpback whales, and right then they were singing an incredibly touching deep sea song to each other. Spotting a flock of vultures in the wild is usually a bad omen, as there's bound to be a carcass nearby. However, when seen in zoos, these same birds can even seem somewhat cute, thanks to their unique gait. Iceland's nature is rich in such ice caves, which look absolutely stunning from the inside. Of course, there's always a risk of collapse while exploring them, but this can be minimized if you venture inside during the cold season. Since ants are colonial insects, they will blindly follow their leader. When the leader dies, these unfortunate creatures are doomed to march in circles until their inevitable demise. Early in the morning, locals were stunned by a sudden invasion of crows swarming over their homes. It's curious to wonder where so many came from and what exactly they were after. All volcanoes during eruptions spew massive amounts of dust and gas from their depths. Of course, this is considered a natural disaster, but from afar, it looks undeniably powerful and beautiful. The meeting point of two opposing wave directions in the open ocean looks absolutely mind-blowing. It's quite curious what exactly caused the perfectly round holes in the feathery clouds. Could it be UFOs?
What is that? Okay. But look over there, there's a circle one that's the actual cloud. Yeah.
Just look at how powerful the rainstorm is near the cameraman. The water torrents are so strong that they completely obscure the surrounding landscape. This man meditating atop a mountain surely didn't expect to capture the moment when a cloud of dust and gas burst from a volcano crater. An incredible stroke of luck for both him and the viewers. Such water spires form on the surface of small ponds when mild seismic activity in the area creates waves with opposite amplitudes. Ireland's Giant's Causeway and Scotland's Fingal's Cave are famous for their astonishing basalt formations of nearly perfect shapes. Even knowing how they were formed, one can't help but marvel at nature's artistic touch. A precise lightning strike completely burnt out this tree from the inside, leaving the outer layer almost untouched. Yellowstone National Park is home to many geothermal springs that amaze visitors with their stunning appearance. Many boast incredible watercolors created by bacteria living in their depths. Just look at how this body of water boils from the sand rising from its depths. Whatever caused this phenomenon, it looks quite frightening. And that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon. Your engagement is the best reward I could ask for. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.